Thank you for your introduction, and it's a pleasure to be here. This is the first time in all my 25 years of teaching and education that I've actually had a group of people who are not doctors or not health professionals actually have an interest in anaesthesia and want to learn more about it. I sat next to a gentleman the other night at a dinner who's an ex-politician who was quite involved in health administration in Victoria. He referred to anaesthesia as putting people down for their surgery. This is one of Victoria's senior health administrators. I thought to myself, where do I start? How do I deal with this? So ignorance is part and parcel of what we as anaesthetists have to deal with, but clearly it is something not held by this group here, which I'm very grateful for. So what we wanted to talk about today is about the post-polio syndrome and anaesthesia. What are the real risks of anaesthesia that exist today? What are the advances which we've got which are helping patients? What do we get for the typical post-polio patient presenting to us for surgery? Very anxious, and I can understand the anxiety that you have just from talking to some of you this morning. Most people would say with good planning, good surgery, and with good patient care, PPS patients do not have problems with anaesthesia and surgery. So what's the best anaesthesia for you? Well, it really depends. There's no one preferred method, no method I say that the post-polio patient has to have. It needs a lot of careful discussion and planning between the anaesthetist, the surgeon and the patient. Plan. What sort of surgery do we need? How is it going to affect the patient? What do we have to do to look after them post-operatively? The patient, the surgery and the medical professionals. We've all got to talk and plan about it, and this is so important in looking after the post-polio syndrome patients, because without this step we're going to be going too quickly into surgery and complications due to lack of planning will occur. But with good planning, we all believe that your surgery and anaesthesia should be as safe as a non-polio sufferer. So in conclusion, we've had huge advances in surgery and anaesthesia. We've got new drugs, new techniques, and much better understanding of post-polio syndrome than we've ever had in the history of anaesthesia and surgery. We feel very comfortable that we can provide you with a tailored and planned approach to your surgery and anaesthesia, which is going to pose you no added risk on top of the normal population.